is going on, my good friend? We're on the 405. So I think it's going to be pretty crazy. This, I think, is the first live from the colony I've ever done when Baby Blue is not at the colony. Also, it's super cute, by the way, that Elijah, that the dog fell asleep on you. Also, let me say hi to who said hello, hello so far. Hello, Elijah. Hello, P Dubs. Hello, Zoe the cat. How are you all doing? Hello to myself. I also commented on my own video. All right. We're going to get to work, or no, we're not getting to work. We're getting to the colony soon. Hello, Delbert. How's it going, my friend? We are on the way to the colony. We will be there shortly. But I decided to make an extra special dinner for my patients tonight. And I was like, you know what? I haven't made them spaghetti and meatballs in a really long time. And that's partially because I really don't like the frozen meatballs. And that's partially because it's just not on the menu and like I'd rather just do a meat sauce. Mazel tov on the new cast, Albert. But yeah. Um, hello, Tara. But yeah, I decided today we're gonna make the patients spaghetti with homemade meatballs and uh you know everything homemade except the spagoot. Because I'm sorry, I can't be bothered to roll and form my own spaghetti. It's really difficult, actually. It's not difficult at all if you have like a machine or something like that. But like to actually make spaghetti shapes freehand is actually somewhat difficult. Um, but anyways, speaking of somewhat difficult, I forgot what a pain in the butt it is to make meatballs from scratch when you're doing it for more than like one person. It is such a royal pain in the ass to do it for 10 people. Strawberry shortcake sounds really good. And speaking of which, I don't really eat a whole lot of strawberry shortcake cake, but I got to tell y'all, as a kid, I ate so much of that friggin' good humor strawberry shortcake ice cream bars. You don't even know that stuff. Oh my god, I would get those from the Paletero all the time. The Latino ice cream man, that is Paletero. Um, wow, where did 26 people come from? Say hello. How you doing, guys? We're talking about how much of a pain in the ass it is to make homemade meatballs while I'm on my way to feed the feral kitties. And I'm scratching my nose, and I'm doing 90 on the freeway. Ah, no, I'm not. Ooh, bottle baby cat. Those are when I was younger, my mother used to, or not my mother, my mother. Hello, the lock guy. How's it going, friend? Was younger, my grandma had she always loved cows a ton. And so she had her own little herd that she took care of, and we would come and they would eat from your hand, and they were super cute. They were like free ranging. Hello, chaos coordinator. Hello from Canada. Oh, I'm not in Canada. I'm in California. But you're in Canada. I might need you to sponsor my citizenship application sometime soon, depending on how things go in the next few years. That's assuming we still have a world to come back to. But who knows? I remain hopeful always. Nice. Yeah. My grandma. I always wanted to get my grandma to get milk milk cattle, but she had Herefords and some Angus, and that was it. Yeah, for real, Elijah. Fingers crossed. You got to look at things it, with hope. You know, if you give up hope, you have nothing left. Focus. Why? Why is your an abomination? Oh my god. Low polygon piece of shit. Hello, Itachi. Tesla Cybertrucks are the worst abomination known to mankind. You know what? What else is an abomination to mankind? Left lane campers. When you're trying to pass people and you just can't because there's somebody asleep at the wheel doing fuck all, or sorry, bad language, doing goobity gobbity goo 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 instead of paying attention. Yeah, for real, chaos coordinator. Peace, peace everywhere, and and an awful, and you know what? Hopefully, we overthrow all dictators soon, whether they're elected or not. Um, being that- sorry, sorry, I get allergic sometimes to fascists. It's a personal thing. I don't mean to, but it just happens sometimes. But yes, I actually think it's hilarious that speaking of the DePlorian, the wank panzer, the cyber turd, the cuck truck, whatever you want to call it. Um, my favorite is wank panzer though, personally. But my favorite thing about it is that in many parts of Europe, they won't even insure it because it doesn't pass. Or sorry, many parts, pretty much all of Europe, as far as I know, and all of the European Union won't insure. Won't You can't even sell it because it doesn't pass pedestrian safety standards. And the only reason that they're allowed to sell it in the United States is because we don't have pedestrian safety standards. And I mean, look, that's fine in California and all that because California doesn't really have pedestrians as such because we're just a car city, but like, or at least Los Angeles, that is. But I mean, New York has pedestrians, Boston has pedestrians, DC has pedestrians, even San Francisco has pedestrians. And yes, LA has pedestrians too. I'm really short shifting us in a way, but whatever. Welcome, P Dubs, to the things. Also, while we're stopped at a red light, here's a nice I got it off a bridge, obviously. Here's a nice vintage Slaymaker padlock. Here is a Master Lock warded skeleton key, and that's why warded locks are no good. Anyways, we are almost at the colony. We're off the freeway. I mean, there wouldn't be a red light on the freeway. It's literally against the like highway code to have lights on the freeways. Or sorry, in fairness, P Dubs, I was the one talking a lot of politics because I'm talking about how various various elected and unelected individuals are taking us to the World War III Express, which I don't fully sign off on. But yeah, no. I'll be the first one to take responsibility or whatever you call it to own the fact that I'm the one talking smack. No, but I do allow a certain amount of talk about it in the chat. Not too much, but some. Remember, we're here to comment on the fact that all politicians suck and politics in and of itself is ridiculous. Not so much to not so much to not so much the thing we don't want in the chat is sloganeering. I don't want to hear any Trump 2028 or dump Trump 2028. I don't want to see any Zionism. I don't want to see free Palestine. Nothing like that. No sloganeering. We can discuss about how ridiculous life is. Ah, great. Speaking of ridiculous, hold on. We're at the colony. Uh, let me take my key out. Say, hey, Big V. Hey, Dick Grayson. Hey, Marble Cat. Hey, my niece. Hey, Tatiana. Hey. Uh, why? 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 Make it make sense, guys. Marble Cat. Marble Cat's been super jumpy of late. Hey, Marble Cat. Hey, Marble Cat. Hey, Marble Cat. Exactly. That's why I'm letting out these screams of exasperation because it's so frustrating, and it shouldn't be the case. And Marble Cat's going to need terramycin also, I think. Um, Good looking dude, that Marble Cat. Hey, Dick Grayson. All right, guys. Let's before we get with the kitty cats, let's survey the lay of the land and see where we're going. So, Leon, I don't know what this is. Hey, Jamie the cat. It's nothing. Nothing is. Who else is here? Winston. Hey, Winnie. Who else? Tatiana. Hey, Denise the Menace. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. That's a lot of broken glass. I hope he isn't in pain. Okay. Marble Cat. Marble Cat. Great news, Marble Cat. Thanks to Silvana, who isn't in the live yet, but I'm sure she'll stop by soon. She's pretty loyal about that. But thanks to her pointing out to me that I could get terramycin for cheap on Amazon, I was actually able to get even more terramycin for a much more reasonable price. Little V, we are awaiting the arrival of Little V Elijah, but in the meantime, we got Mr. MC Marble Cat and the Big V and Dick Grayson and Winston and Tatiana and Manice are back here, and this bunch of shards of glass. Hello, Larry. I love all my cats, but these cats aren't necessarily mine so much as they're street cats, but they're the best cats. Anyways, let's. All right, guys, we're gonna get the feeding you right. Right. Okay. By the way, the leon las cartas y la mano this is a card reader and a palm reader in Espanol, in case you were curious what this means. Um, but yeah, I do love cats. I love dogs too, and I love all animals. Hey, Elijah, you asked about Little V, and she shall appear. Hey, Dick Grayson. Hey, Big V. Dude, you got some stuff over here on your fur. Let me get that. Let me get this. Let me get this. What is this? Yum. Elijah, you have summoned Lil V. There she is. Lil V, the littlest V, and another gray cat who it looks like Sasha Gray. Okay, let's get with the show on the road and the things and the what have yous and a lot of ins and outs, you know. Anywho, first mostly, we need to fix this boof situation. Oh my God! All right. Okay, and the water is so friggin' dirty already because all the dust from the cars. This isn't even usable. Like, what are we doing here, guys? Look, 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 look. Oh no, never mind. That's just it's not right next to a nice metal shaving. Lovely. I love it. This is just a very safe and sensible and caring place. Look, Big V and Dick Grayson do not approve of this, and neither do I. This is ridiculous. And but by the way, this is bad. This is worse. This is remnants of wet food that he puts straight on the concrete, right next to things like this. This is irresponsible caring for feeding. Sorry, I'm like getting so frustrated right now. I can't even speak English. This is an irresponsible manner to care for community cats. This is endangering them when you should be protecting them. This is not good. All right, let me climb off my soapbox. No, 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 Big V, Dick Grayson, we don't eat here. This is not for food. Unreal. And for the record, folks, what really frustrates me is it's not like we leave a big friggin' container here specifically designed for dry food. Now, there were two cockroaches in there, and I will not comment on that. Unbelievable. And look, here's another thing. Look at he doesn't clean up after himself, so I'm just stuck keep making him a friggin' stack. Yeah, it's all sorts of bad, Elijah. I do not like this setup one bit. Not one bit. I friggin' hate it, to be honest with you. It's so not okay. Okay, we're gonna get the cats feeding, and then while they're eating, I'm gonna clean that crap over there. The broken glass. All right, let me make sure. Hold on. La, 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 la. There's a document in here that contains my social, so you do not get to see that. It is a secret. Okay, we got three gray cats out. We got Dick Grayson, we got Sasha Gray, and another gray cat who it looks like Lady Jane Grey. We got all the gray cats. We got both the voids. We're just waiting on Neville to complete the prime ministers. Although maybe Fats will show up. It's always nice when Fats shows up. Also, people watching, come on, say what's up in the chat. We're very inviting, and I love to chat with you guys. Say hello, chit chatty o. Got food. All right. Dick Grayson. Big V. Yeah, it's all sorts of not good, that location, and I don't like it, and I don't approve of it, and I hate it. And everybody who's watching, say hello. Come chill with us. Right now, we've got the Anzac Bros just taking over the chat. Much love to the Anzac Bros, but can we get a few of? Can we get some Cephos in this chat, please? Yeah, I do love the voice, and I mean, I'm a huge Big V fan. I'm a huge Fats fan, but he just doesn't always want to show up at this particular location, and if I can't force him to do it. So that's where we are. But bless you, Big V. Also, I still need to figure out some sort of mic situation because I like the audio quality of using my headphones because like y'all can hear my voice fairly clearly, and there's no like you know there's no like washout from like road noise or wind noise or whatever. But what's not so great is that like you can't hear the noises the cats make, and like to some degree I think we do want some ambient noise just so you guys can like you know just get a bigger sense of like what's going on around us. Anyways, 2, 4, 6, 7. Dick Grayson, MC Cat. Meow. Hey, Big V. Okay, guys, let's go. Actually, no, wait, one second. So, what are we thinking about? Get what are we, folks? What are we thinking about getting a sign laminated that just says "Stop putting the cat food over here. You are endangering living things that I care very deeply about, and other people care very deeply about too. I talked with Hector on the matter. He knows. He's seen it. He's frustrated, rightfully so, I might add. It's frustrating. But anyways, we're no. It's a beautiful sunset here in Los Angeles. We're chilling with kitty cattos. They're all the best kitty individually, and they're all very, very good kitties, deserving of love and a forever home. They're also deserving of food, which is what I came here to give them. So let me stop chit chatting and get with the program. It's like, Big V, you've got like your coat is really like messed up right now. Come here. Come here, Big V. Hey, man, East, you're invited to show up too. Mm. Hey, man, East. Hey, Marble Cat. Hey, Marble Cat. All right. Oh, I didn't actually. Don't worry, she'll hold together. Come on, Lovey. Come here, Lovey. Lovey's such a friggin' menace, though. Oh my god. All right. Manice, I know I call you Manice, but you're not the real Manice. The real menace is Lil V, as fate would have it. Big V, I'm concerned about what's this like shed situation? I don't like it. I need to bring a comb to the colony on Monday, which is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we'll bring a comb here and see what the heck's going on with Big V. Hey, Marble Cat. Marble Cat, can I pick you up briefly so I can clean your eye gunk? Because you have a lot of it. I think you have conjunctivitis just like Baby Blue does. That's my strong suspicion. Although I gotta say, Baby Blue's conjunctivitis is looking so much better. His eyes are so much clearer. It's really quite incredible. On the other hand, his breathing is still a little bit crap, though. I'm not gonna lie. It's improving, but it's not great. One of the other cat feeders just drove by. It's funny, but so many of the cat people drive Toyota Tacomas, which is like it's like the Hilux, but it uses miles per hour instead of kilometers. It's the Freedom Units Hilux. Hey, Manice, you look great. Good boy, Marble Cat. Good boy, Marble Cat. Check for tapeworms, none detected. Big V, Manice. Okay, guys, I have all the. Whoa! What was that all about? Marble. The The one and true menace to society, Marble Cat. Dude, stop it. What are you doing? Nut job. Wackaloon. Yeah, Big V. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's I can't speak to Big V. I don't understand it either. Hector's here too. Yay! Bless you, Big V. Bless you, Big V. He's sneezing. Good God, Marble Cat. Stop it. He keeps putting the stuff by the fire hydrant. It's He's an idiot. No, nah, nah. He can't keep getting away with that. He can't. He's endangering the cats. Sorry, Hector's here too, and we're discussing the buffoonery of the guy who put. All right, I'll see you. Stay safe out there. Marble Cat, you friggin' menace to society. You scared away all the kitty cats. Let me see, Big V. Dick Gray's iron. Oh, I will, but late. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, let's get you feeding, and then I got to do cleanup time. Good boy, Big V. So yeah, what Hector just told me, which of course y'all didn't hear because of the unique way my audio records, but uh, essentially, Hector, much like the experience I had where the guy told me to go fuck myself, um, uh, tried to approach this person and tell him not to feed the cats in an unsafe manner, and apparently got shooed away. Which, like I said, like I told him, and like I'm sure you guys heard, because you can pick up my audio, but not the surrounding sounds. He cannot keep getting away with this. It's unacceptable. Okay, guys, file in. Marble Cat, we need to make like a pact between you and me that you're not going to be a friggin' menace to society, my dude. You need to like look. All the other cats are back there, scared shitless. I mean, stuffless. Hello. Oh God, I'm so bad at reading Cyrillic. Hello, sir, with the Cyrillic username, which I'm sorry, I'm not good enough at reading Cyrillic to read it. Sorry. I really do my best, but I do not speak any of the Cyrillic written languages, Russian, Bulgarian, Belarusian, Ukrainian, etc. Mongolian is also written in Cyrillic. That to me is kind of funky. Must be a remnant of the time that Mongolia was communist, because there is Mongol script, but they use Cyrillic nowadays, which is interesting, in my opinion. Be like It'd be like, what if the Soviets during their occupation managed to convince the Afghanis to start writing Pashto in Cyrillic? That would have been bizarre ski. Guys, if you don't roll up, I'm gonna start cleaning. There's stuff to clean over there. But Elijah, were you saying you're in favor of putting up a sign that says "Stay the hell away from the friggin' stay away from these cats before I friggin' do something to you"? There's nothing I can do, and there's nothing I would do. I'm not a violent person. Those of y'all who know me well enough know that. But like, it's just so. Oh my god, it's so beyond the pale. It's unacceptable. At some point, I'm gonna need to do this for like my own protection, and I'm just like gonna approach him like while I'm recording and be like, "Look, say what you want to say. Just say it to the whole world because I'm posting this on YouTube." My animals are awesome. What's good? Yeah, no, it might just be sometimes. Look, y- I'm a big fan of the comedian Ron White and his saying that you can't fix stupid because it's true. Sometimes you just cannot fix stupid. Manice, I need you to vacate where you currently are because there's broken glass everywhere over there and I need to get rid of it. Thank you. Not just broken glass, a nail, an entire nail too. A whole ass nail. Dead ass? Yeah, dead ass. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I'm pulling a push broom. Me, 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 me. Not a word. Jeez, what a mistake I've made. Freaking heavier, dude. What is this stuck under? No, actually, it's a better idea. Now, David, why don't you watch out where you're putting your friggin' palm when there's glass all over the floor, which you know about because you're literally your purpose for being squatting down like this is to clean the glass. Dummy boy. When smart people do stupid things, it's going to be my like the title of my autobiography. Oh, Tatiana. Look, guys, it's not perfect, but I'm doing my best. I really am, Lady Jane Grey. Unbelievable. Marble cat, go eat, dude. I know you're an absolute menace to society, but I still care for you. All right, let me recheck on the chat. I've been away for a while. All right, sorry I was away. Thank you. Yes, chaos coordinator is quite correct. Like the video. Sorry, Jamie. Um, yes, and hello, Erica Cavalieri. Nice to meet you. Hope you enjoying the live stream of many much kitty cats. And yeah, we need to You guys haven't seen the Friday video because I haven't posted it yet. But when I got here, there was it's gonna be quite funny. I hope you enjoy it when it hello, let's go places. Let's go places, living spaces. All right, but yeah, um, yeah, it was. Y'all are gonna find this like semi hilarious slash kind of tragic. It's a tragic comedy, like most of life in 2025. But when I pulled up to the colony, and but for the record, that was late o'clock because I went after my lockpick meetup because I was kind of uh because my lockpick, the the monthly lock picking meetup for the Los Angeles area is in Burbank on the third Friday of every month, which was this past Friday. So I went there first and then went to the colony, but that also meant I got here really late. But when I got here, there was a homeless guy like putting up like he basically set up a bunch of pallets to be like a clothes rack so you could dry stuff and he was setting up stuff like left and right. I'm assuming the the this crap is like detritus left over from him. Hello, Les from Kansas City. Your Chiefs take my Chargers to school twice a year, every year. It's so frustrating. I kind of hate you for that one, but no, I love you. Thank you for watching the video. Um, this is our year of allegedly, which is the same thing every Charger fan has said every year since I don't know, at least my entire lifetime. To be a Charger fan is to experience pain. Although, you know what? And this is something people don't give Chiefs fans enough credit for. They experienced a lot of pain for a really long time. Like between, I don't know, Len Dawson and like maybe the Alex Smith era, but realistically speaking, the Pat Mahomes era, the Chiefs were one of the most cursed franchises in the NFL slash AFL. Like for real, for real. Anyway, sorry, NFL sidetrack tracking, but yeah, yeah, my dude from Kansas City, we're taking y'all to the cleaner twice this year, allegedly. I don't. Nah, that's not going to happen. I think if we split the series, I think it'll be. I think I'll be happy. Anyways, I'm rambling too much about the NFL. For you, Anzac friends, the NFL is like the AFL, but with extra padding. Because crikey, real man from Australia, but it's not a football. It's a football. All right, I'm being dorky as usual. Manice, Tatiana, go eat, guys. I've stepped away. I'm like 10 feet back from there. I'm consolidating the extra stuff at the bottom of the can. Also, does anybody know this is going to be a weird request, but does anybody know of something that, like, for lack of a better way to put it, is like a rubber Coke spoon? Like, you know, those tiny spoons that you used to see in like the 80s for when people were doing like spoon bumps, like really like classy cokeheads, very Wall Street in the 80s situation. Does anybody know where I could find something like that size or maybe just a tad bit larger than that? But instead of being made of metal, it's rubber, so I can scrape the inside of the wet food cans without worrying about um with something that's flexible, but I don't have concerns over microplastics like I would with something made out of plastic. Because right now I'm using disposable spoons, which they're okay. They're all right. They're not the end of the world. But like, yeah, they do have to get thrown out every now and then because eventually the can edge starts breaking them down. And I mean it's a little bit like you know, uh losing a dollar chasing a nickel because like I'm worried about microplastics while Cuzzy is feeding the same cats right by the friggin' curb of the street in like the most unsafe manner possible. Just because other people are being dumb shits, for lack of a better way to put it, doesn't mean we give up trying to do best practices. So yeah, I'm looking like I was I was in the grocery store today going, I wonder if I go to the culinary section, maybe maybe they'll have like a an extra small rubber spoon. And they do have small rubber spoons, but not small enough and not like I need something like almost like the shape of an arrowhead. Like not like a current arrowhead, but like the classic like broad point arrowhead like you would see in like I don't know, the depiction of like a Native American. Um, yeah, I need you know what I need? I need something the shape of the arrowhead on the Chiefs helmet for for my Kansas City homie. I need something like that, but small, like about the size of of a plastic spoon and made out of rubber, so it can really contour into the corners of of uh, of metal wet food cans. Anyways, and if that doesn't exist, please somebody invent that. You will have literally tens of dollars from all the cat people of the world who want to get every last drop out of their wet food and hate seeing like little bits of food that could have gone to cats going in the trash instead because you can't figure out a way to get them out. You can blame my ADD for causing World War III. I stepped on an IED and blow off my pee pee. I don't know where I'm going with this, folks. By the way, I'm having an ADD moment. Also, for the lock nerds, I finally got around. I know this is just like a wasteful purchase, and I also don't really have the money to afford it, but I want it. I finally got myself an Abus Iron Rock, and I'm happy about that. It still hasn't arrived. It's coming in the mail slowly on from Amazon. I hope like most people were saying that I get the Yale Keyway, but I'll take whatever I can get. But like I've been watching that lock for so long, and I might have been one of the first people to like let y'all know about its even existence. Um, I don't know if I was the first or not, but was certainly one of the first. I'll happily take that credit. And I still don't have one because I'm broke. I have no money. But yeah, I may or may not have gone a little crazy this weekend buying buying locks. Hello, Rona. Yeah. Hello, Linda. Yeah, like yeah. Okay. Hello, everybody. Yeah, yeah, but I think you guys get what I'm saying, like vis-a-vis the like the patented David Romano wet food uh, scooper outer thingamajigger or or it's patented. Whoop a doop a doop. 50 years of pain. Yeah. We're coming up on that list. We're coming up on that. The Chargers are. Come to think about it, I used to be really bit like back when I lived with my parents. When I was your age, not when I was your age, but like many moons ago, when I lived with my parents, I used to love watching the NFL. Hello, dog, rescue home, Uganda. How's it going? But yeah, whenever I was young, when I was younger, I used to love watching the NFL top 10 lists on NFL Network, where it was like top 10, you know, left-handed quarterbacks. That was a favorite of mine because I'm a lefty. Or top 10, running backs from the '90s or whatever. But I seem to recall, if I'm not mistaken, that the top 10 snake bitten teams, number one, I think, was the Chiefs, which is ridiculous because it should have been either A, the Browns, or B, the New York Jets. And I'm saying this as a Charger fan. But, but like, they have to redo that one because now that we're in the Mahomes era, the Chiefs cannot claim to be snake bitten. Anyway, stop trash talking the Chiefs. Let's gang up on somebody we all hate. The Raiders suck. For you non-Americans, the Raiders are like, I don't know, the worst team in the world. And they've been even worse since Al kicked the bucket because now they're not even the real Raiders. Air Raiders. All right, I'm being a Weisenheimer about football. Also, I'll just say for those of you guys who don't know, yeah, there's not going to be any baby blue in this one because he's still in my apartment. Yep. Yeah. Baby blue is still in my apartment, and he will be for at least the next 3 weeks because he has feline chlamydia. And something else which I can never pronounce correctly. Mycoplasma. Hello, Mary Marfago. Nice to see you. So he's doing. I guess so. You know, but yeah, but you know what? It's a great thing that you guys really helped me to get him to the vet in a timely fashion, and it's great. We ran the test and we found that out, and he's doing so much better, and his conjunctivitis is already clearing up, and his breathing some days are better than others, but you can already tell there's like a slight improvement. Like there are days when like he's actually like I'm sure you guys have seen like when I would come visit and baby blue would try to meow and he would just kind of open his mouth and nothing would come out. He's choking now, everybody's choking now, the clock's run out, time's up, over, blow. Sorry, I had to be corny there for a second, but but yeah, like there's actually been a few moments where I open the door to say hello to baby blue because he's in quarantine in my bathroom, but because he I can't have him in. Feline chlamydia cannot be transmitted to humans, so I am good, but feline chlamydia is transmittable to other cats, obviously, and I do not want baby blue infecting my other kitty catos in the house. So he's in quarantine, but every now and then when I open the door to say hello or to give him his food or his meds, he'll break out like an actual meow, and it's super cute because it's like, oh, he has a meow now. Yeah, Les, you're probably right. I think baby blue is probably going to be mine. Um, and I did make an on-camera promise uh, that I would adopt him, and so and you know, from a distance, it's kind of hard sometimes in this kind of twilight hour to tell if it's Winston or it's Fats in the distance. And I was like, "Oh, please be Fats, Fats. Want a Fats visit?" I think we're gonna walk over to where Fats is, and hopefully he'll be there just briefly, and then we'll call it a day once I consolidate these containers. Hey, Pauline, Green Queen Pauline. Okay, but in other news, completely tangentially, aside from the Raiders, can we think of like sports teams that are pretty much universally hated, except for like fans of theirs? Like I know in baseball, there's the Yankees and or the Red Sox. Like nobody likes the Yankees unless you like the Yankees. Um, those damn pinstripes. Or like honestly, and I hate to say this as a Dodger fan, but if we win a couple more World Series, everyone's going to hate the Dodgers. But how can you hate the Dodgers? You're going to really hate on Max Muncy? You're really going to hate on Freddie Freeman? You're really going to hate on Shohei? I know who's hating on the Dodgers. It's Pirates fans because y'all are, and like Athletics fans because y'all owners suck and don't spend money. And you see us, we're spending all the money. Which, by the way, maybe baseball should have a salary cap. Just saying, but like or at the very least, a salary floor to like keep a basic level of competitive parity. Anyways, did y'all know that I actually played baseball in some capacity all the way until college? I was a left-handed pitcher. I was actually surprisingly good at the athletics, and then I lost a lot of weight and and most of it was in muscle mass. And I haven't been good, and I still have a good arm and whatnot, but like it's it's considerably weaker than it used to be, and I wouldn't want to throw more than like an inning or two at this point in my life. Big V, hey manis, manis, daddy's the manis. Denny's so many's. See, this is the kind of crap also that I edit. Like, I think I like one of the reasons, by the way, I like doing live streams is because you guys can kind of see like a glimpse of just how long I actually spend with the cats. Because like I try to edit down my my long form videos, and even then, I still get people asking me, "Hey, can you make the videos shorter?" But I try to edit them down to about 20 to 25 minutes usually. Some of them run a little bit longer, some of them shorter. But that I try to keep that as like my average runtime for videos. Hold on one second, Big V. Let's switch, okay? I get this one. You get this one. Sounds fair? Always fair. But so I like usually edit down like these parts where like I'm just like, there's one cat and one David and just me sorting shit and talking, just kind of rambling. Um, this is the kind of stuff I usually edit out, or like when the cats are just the same cats are in the same position for a long period of time. I tend to trim that down, just for like I've said before, I try to keep the edits in a way that there's like at least some sort of continuity in them. So it's not like chop, 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 and like it goes from one cut to the next, and like eight cats have left the frame in that one cut. Like I find that to be very jarring. Like look, obviously it's one take, so I can't like perfect. Perfect framing every single time. The cats didn't move one bit between the cuts. Although sometimes I'm very lucky and it's pretty seamless. But like, yeah. Anyways, I'm rambling. This is what I do. This is what I cut out of the long format video. I don't even know why I'm calling them long format videos. Like I do very many short format videos. Like I don't really do a lot. Although I should do more because it's easy views, easy exposure. But yeah, yeah. You know what I've seen recommended a lot, which I might want to give a shot at, is I know I've heard a lot of like in like cat rescue forums and whatnot that they buy fish amoxicillin uh and give that to the cats, and I think I'm gonna try and give that a shot if possible. Hello, ET, and have a good walk. Animals are awesome. Big V, my good friend, the biggest V. Big V, grab this. Let me get my stuff in order, and then we're gonna go pay a visit. So hopefully Fats is there. If not, he's not there. It is what it is, but we'll give it a shot, right? Yeah, go eat, Menace. Denny's the Menace. He used to be the actual menace to society, but as you guys have clearly seen on this live stream, the real menace is Marble Cat, and to a lesser extent, Lil V, but mostly Marble Cat, the menace of all menaces, the alpha and omega of kitty cat menaces. Speaking of Marble Cat, I've summoned you. He's not in frame, but he is right next to me looking at me. Well, what's up, David? Why are you talking shit about me? Because you do stuff that makes you deserve to get talked shit about. That's just kind of how it is, dude. Don't start none, won't be none. That's what it is, Marble Cat. Sorry, folks. I love being a weirdo sometimes. I really deeply enjoy it. Never be normal. Or sorry, allow me to edit that slightly because the capacity to edit is an important quality to have. Never be normal within legal bounds. Don't be a weirdo in such a way that you're going to catch a charge because that's just weird. All right. Let me load this crap into my car so I can shut my door. And I'm making a mess. Yak, 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 yak. Give me a second, y'all. I just got to take apart the broom because it doesn't. You have to unscrew the handle for it to fit in the trunk of my car. For some reason, my car does not. I don't understand why Acura Honda was like, you know what, luxury car, you don't need to fold the back seats down. Yes, you do need to fold the back seats down, my brothers and sisters and non-binary homies. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, always be weird as long as it's legal. Don't do stuff that's going to get you arrested and make people go, gee, that guy should be in jail. Okay, okay. Oh, sorry. So let me get okay, all right. And then we're gonna go visit Fats, and then we're gonna call the stream. It's been just a little over an hour. Bye, Marble Cat. You're off to wherever you're off to. Okay. Hey, P. Green Queen Pauline. Do you even vape, bro? Like, no, seriously. Do you even vape, bro? Hey, P. So, okay. So, anyways, on Friday, like I said, when I got here super late, there was a homeless dude over here. You can still see some of his detritus left over, and I'm setting up with the kitties, and of course, the kitties are super scared because there's a strange person that they don't recognize, and he's walking all in their space area. Space area? You know what I'm saying. Um, and anyways, at some point, he comes up to me and he says, "Hey, can you?" And I was sweeping that night too because there's always crap on the floor these days. He says to me, "Hey, can you uh, get your broom and grab that 2x2 right over there so I can lift up that slab of marble?" To which I said, "Ain't no friggin' way." Number one, look, I've made good impressions so far with the new machinist. I don't want to mess it up by looking like I'm trying to steal shit from him, but or be an accessory to stealing shit. But more to the point, Clean. This marble slab is probably 5 feet long, 4 feet wide, and I don't know, 8 inches, 10 inches in depth because it goes all the way to the bottom of this. There's no freaking way some old decrepit homeless dude with a 2x2 is lifting up a friggin' granite slab that size. That thing has to weigh at least 300 pounds, probably more. Like, I know leverage fulcrum, but eh, anyways, eh. Scante's strength is real, peeps. All right, let's go check out if Fats is here, and then we shall continue. And by then we shall continue, meaning I will call the stream, and I'm gonna go grab some dinner and say and be out with my cats. Excuse me, and be with my home cats. And then, oh, but while I have you guys captive audience for now, I did want to ask a question. I hope you don't mind this later time. I think it's going to be better in the summer to stream later. I know that kind of means y'all, if y'all could hear the supercharger whine from that Dodge, it was insane. Anyways, but yeah, I'm thinking maybe we'll keep this later time, at least during the summer, because it's going to be so friggin' hot in the valley that it almost feels wrong to do the streams that like I like doing the streams at 2 p.m. because it casts what I think is probably the widest net of people in that like we'll get pretty much all of the Americas will be in a perfect time zone. It's 2 p.m. Western, 5 p.m. Eastern, and you know it's early enough. It's not so early that the people in the Anzac countries can't be up to watch, and it's not so late that like the Euro homies can't tune in. And like that's the thing. Right now, if I do the streams right now, I've kind of blocked myself off to the European audience by and large because it's very late o'clock right now. Speaking of which, Rona, you're awesome for tuning in. But but yeah, it's but like I said, especially when it's going to be like 100-degree day, it feels kind of wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Evening. Jenny says evening. Dub says evening. But I will say one thing. If it's ever like super duper hot on a weekday or on a Sunday, like obviously, obviously, like when we do the lock picking hour streams when we're just at home BSing and picking locks and hanging out with my house cats, those are gonna stay 2 p.m. because access to air conditioning is a wonderful thing sometimes. But facts. Do we have a fat sighting today? Fats. Oh, it's raining. It's raining tacos. Hallelujah. It's raining tacos. Tacos. But yeah. But I think like I mentioned, there's a lot like I've like actually enjoyed in the past where we just call an audible and we go like urbexing with David or we just like, go check out someplace cool with me. Um, Oh, okay. So yeah, definitely my Aussie friends stay safe out there with that storm situation. Do you guys could like? I'm assuming most of Australia is very deserty, kind of like California. When it rains, do you like have big time flash flood warnings over there like we do? Because yeah, whenever it rains in Los Angeles, you always get a flash flood warning because like between the amount of concrete and the dry ground, when it rains in any quantity, just water goes everywhere. But yeah, only in the outback. All right. Yeah, no, we get that like just in intersections where it's just like, oh, I have to slow down to 2 miles an hour or I'm gonna hydroplane out of control in my car because there's just so much water. But yeah, But there's like yeah, like I do think like I do kind of enjoy every now and then like calling an audible and like yes, we're definitely gonna stick with the current like general schedule where like where it's 1 week colony stream, 1 week uh uh home stream, lock picking stream, BS stream, whatever you want to call it. But like but as far as as far as like on Sundays when I've got nothing to do, like today I was cooking for in the morning for the houses because I felt like doing them something special and regretted it. But but on that note, I I do enjoy like every now and then when I call audibles and like, we did like the knife sharpening um episode where I like demonstrated my technique for sharpening knives, or like the time where we went to that Nike missile silo. Like those are cool. And like there's a place that I deeply want to take you guys to. It's way out of the way of pretty much everything, but like I've been meaning to get there because I think they're trying to tear it down. Um, and it's this place you guys are free to Google foo it if you want to find out about it. But it's called Rancho dos Amigos, um, or Rancho Los Amigos. I can never remember the exact name, but basically it used to be the LA County Poor Farm and Sanatorium and Polio Ward, and like it was a huge um, property, and you know it's and I think they're starting to tear it down, and it would be like I know Pocket Woman, you would freak out seeing Rancho Dos Amigos. It's right up your alley. Um, but like I think like I checked Google Maps satellite view recently, and they're starting to like tear down some of the old buildings. And I really would like I documented it in still photos, and I have those like in Lightroom or whatever, and I can share those with you guys somehow eventually, maybe. But like I'd love to get it on video, and like we can walk through some LA history, especially like you guys know me. Who know me know that I'm very open talking about my history of mental illness or whatever. I you know I probably would have been in one of those buildings if I had been born in the 20s. So, couple things. Number one, thankfully not born in the 20s. And number two, yeah, let's go check that out while it's all the buildings are still there. Because like I'm sure like, it it looks kind of like a prison camp, honestly. Like there's a lot of small buildings and whatnot, and that's what they're tearing down. They're keeping kind of I think they're keeping at least the head house, like the main like the reception building, because it's very like art deco and kind of nice and historic. And then there's also I think they're keeping the church because it's a church. Um, but yeah, everything else uh is seems to yeah. I mean, P Dubs, sad is nothing. Like, I was always very fascinated with the practice of lobotomizing people because that's what they used. That's what they used. Speaking of locking people up, that's another way that they used to treat people who were sad back in the day. They used to just stick ice picks in their in through their eye sockets and destroy their connection with their frontal lobes or whatever. And that seems pretty friggin' barbaric. But yeah, it's like that's a pretty messed up practice that I'm glad we don't really do anymore. But more to the point, um, there was a book called My Lobotomy by a man named Howard Duffy, who didn't have any mental illness. He was just a somewhat wayward child, and his parents lobotomized him for basically just. And I think it was even worse than that. Like it wasn't his parents necessarily; it was his like somewhat checked out father and his stepmom who didn't even like him. Which is like, of course, a young male would feel hostility towards a stepmom who, as it turns out, would lobotomize their stepson. Like, what kind of fucked up shit is that? Yum, 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 yum. I love it when we can consolidate 8 cans into Von can. But yeah, I'm so glad that many of the barbaric practices of days past are no longer practices. Uh, can I've said it once and I'll say it again. We as cat people, if we're gonna take care of homeless cats, we need to take care of where the homeless cats live too. We can't leave this much crap all over the place and expect people to be like, yeah, by all means, step foot on our private property and feed cats that you do not own and do not necessarily take care of. Yeah, it's cool. It is what it is. Honk. Anyways, we're pretty much wrapping things up, folks. I'm pretty much cleaned up. Let's go say goodbye to all the kitties, and then I'm going to say goodbye to you. Okay. Kitties, kitties, kitties. Time to say bye bye. Bye, Minis. Bye, Winston. Bye, Pauline. Is that Winston? No, that's Neville. Bye, Neville. Bye, undercar cats. Bye, Tatiana. Bye, T. Bye, Tatiana. Who else we got here? That's Neville again. Oh, hey, Chris the cat. Bye, Chris the cat. Bye, Big V. There's Winston. Bye, Winston. Say hi to Fats for me if you see him. Tell him. All right. Oh, and Kitties, Elijah, and P Dubs also say goodbye to you, as as does everybody else. They just haven't typed it yet. No need to type it, guys. I'm not trying to shame you or anything like that. Don't think it like that. But whenever I mention like, yeah, homeless dude was this is what he this is this right here is his friggin' clothes rack right here. Oh my god. My sympathies just don't scare my cats, and that's all that matters. And last but not least, bye Jamie the cat. Bye bye Jamie the cat. Okay, guys, we're pretty much gonna wrap it up. I'm still gonna just take you with me just on the off chance that we can say hello to Fats. But animals are awesome. Also says goodbye to you, kitties. Oh my god, I cannot do English explicitly. All right, we're still gonna really quickly. I'm gonna because it's literally down the block. I'm gonna start the car up and go see if Fats has decided to show his face. And if he has, we'll say goodbye and then we'll end the stream. And if not, then we'll just end the stream and I'll say goodbye to you. And thank you for all being awesome, which you all are. Thank you so much for being awesome. And please continue being awesome. And, you know, whatever, do good things and what have you. No Fats, but there is a taquache. You guys want to say hi to the taquache? Let's go say hi to taquache. Put my seatbelt on when I actually get moving. Oh, he ran away, but there was a little opossum over yonder. Oh, P Dubs, the cops in this neck of the woods could not care less. They are so ambivalent. I don't even know why we pay our tax dollars to them. I really don't. Anyways, Looks like no bats today. Napoleon is over there, but there's plenty of food, so we're gonna just let it be. Anywho, as I was saying, let me flip it around. Thank you, every one of you, for tuning in and being awesome and hanging out with me while I take care of some animals. And now it's time to fireworks, 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 fireworks. Speaking of targets for the cops, that's illegal in the entire state of California, fireworks like that. And it's doubly illegal in LA. Any kind of firework is illegal in the city of Los Angeles. Jail, straight to jail. All right, my ADD is going crazy as usual. Fireworks are cool. All right, seatbelt on because now I'm actually going someplace. Thank you all for so much for hanging out with me. I love every single one of you, and I need to get home to do very many responsible things, which you should also do. Just be responsible. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Anyways, love you all, and bye bye.